pastor here at Asbury United Methodist Church. Specific commands in the Old Testament of giving our own tithing. We see it in Deuteronomy, but also a couple of things that come to mind in Deuteronomy 8 was when Moses encourages the Israelites that are about to enter into the promised land to not forget the Lord their God, lest they think that their power and their own wealth was by their own power and their own doing. Rather, Moses reminds them it's only from God that they have this wealth and they have this power. And then we see in the New Testament when Jesus commends a woman who gave 2 coins, which he says was all that she had to live on, whereas people were giving out of their wealth and they still had enough left over. But he said the woman that gave the 2 coins, which was everything that she had to live on, was significantly more blessed and significantly more righteous than the people who just flippantly gave out of their abundance, because God honors, as Scripture says, God honors a cheerful giver. And so it's not a begrudging giving, but rather God has blessed me with this, and so therefore I give back to him out of an honoring of him. I give my tithe to the Lord. Whenever I give, I try and give a full tithe, a full 10% to the local church. And then in addition to that tithing, I also sponsor Child Through Compassion International. So I try to not commingle those and say, oh, it's $40, $45 to sponsor Child Through Compassion, and so I'll supplement that with what I give every week. I'll separate those two as well. I cut back on the non-essentials in my life. So instead of getting Starbucks, paying $5 for Starbucks every day as I go into school, I bought a pound of coffee for $10, and so that provides me for about 3 weeks worth of coffee. So I saved a significant amount. If I'm, even just, I'm not a math whiz, but if I went to Starbucks every day for 3 weeks, then every school day as I drive into school, that's $25 a week, so $75 over 3 weeks. Whereas I just spent $10, $15 on a bag of coffee that lasts me 3 weeks. So there now I have $55, $60 left over that I can now give, that I thought was essential to paying for Starbucks, but in reality it was a luxury, it was a non-essential.
To our children and youth, what message would you give to them? As well as the children and youth, as well as our older folks, what would you offer them about tithing?
I would say first, we probably by any means live in the wealthiest country to have ever been on planet Earth. The most wealthy nation, even the 2 jobs that I have, half-time here and full-time at a private Christian school. It's not that I make a lot, but I know that I make more than enough to live on. And so there isn't some field where it's I don't make enough and therefore I can't give. If we have a job, then we are able to give back to the Lord from the job that he's blessed us with and the finances that he's blessed us with.
Why is tithing important to you?
Tithing is important because it also increases your dependency on the Lord. It really helps, especially during times of, I know in my life and in the lives of people that I know, when they are like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, but they continue to honor the Lord in their giving. There may be some type of financial situation, like maybe a paycheck didn't come in on time, but they still say, I want to honor the Lord with my giving. God blesses that, and there have been times, it's not absolute, but there have been times when people have trusted God even in the financial hardships, that they end up reaping more than what they would have if they didn't give. God blesses them at times financially, at times not, but the intimacy and the dependency on God during those times increases our relationship with Christ through the sacrificial giving.